Today we're going to be demonstrating how to use our Americanails DuraSculpt Brush On Sculpting Gel in the color Cover Pink. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and buff our nail here to remove the shine from our natural nail bed. And the buffing is just a preference, so if you do prefer to go in with a sanding band, then you can go ahead. So now that our nail is buffed and we've removed all our shine, I'm going to go ahead and clean off our nail using alcohol and a lint-free wipe. This is just going to remove any debris or dust from our nail so that we can have a clean surface to start with. Now we're going to go in with our DuraBond acid-free nail primer to go ahead and prime our client's nail with. It's just going to make sure that we have the most maximum adhesion that we can have with our product. And what I typically do is I apply one layer, I let it dry, and then when I'm ready to apply the product, I go ahead and with another layer. Now the first step when going in with our DuraSculpt Brush On Sculpting Gel is you're going to want to apply what we call a slip layer. First thing we're going to do is go ahead and with a really thin layer, which is what we call our slip layer. What this is going to do is just going to allow that second layer of product that we put on to move really well, and allow us to build with that second layer of product. If we just went in with a really big glop for our first layer and attempted to like shape it and get an apex and stuff like that, it just wouldn't work out extremely well. So I'm going to go with a really thin layer and I'm going to get it as close to the cuticle as possible without touching your client's skin. Make sure you cover every area of the nail, and also make sure you get the free edge. And then you're going to go ahead and cure that for 60 seconds. Here we're going to go ahead and get as much product as we can on our brush. We're going to go in and we're going to place that right in the center of our nail. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use gentle circular motions to kind of get that product off of the brush as much as I can. And notice that I'm not pressing the brush into the nail, I'm simply releasing that product. Now once I've got that product placed, I'm going to take my brush into the product and use circular motions to push upwards towards my cuticle area. And once I get close, I'm just going to gently push it, circular motions back to the center. And then push it up towards my cuticle area again. And use my circular motions to come down. Now you do want to move slowly to prevent as many air bubbles as you can. And then as I'm using my circular motions, we're going to come to the side. I'm going to come back to the center and pull down on the side again. And then back to the center. Coming back to the center, that really just allows you to have the bulk of the product in the middle. I'm going to focus my product in the middle of our nail so that we can have a strong apex while still taking some of that product and bringing it back down on the sides. I'm going to take the rest of my product and I'm going to cover the free edge of our nail. And taking some of that excess product that we have on our nail, I'm just going to try to focus as much of it back to the center as I can. And as you guys can see, we have our cuticle area nice and flush. We have a nice apex and our ends aren't too bulky. I'm just going to clean up my side just so I don't mess up our shape here. And then for a quick little tip, I'm going to turn our nail upside down, and what that's going to do is just going to allow the product to move towards the center of that nail You can even tap it a little bit and give you, and this will give you a nice and strong apex. Then once I have my finger flipped for a few seconds, I'm just gonna flip it right back over. You can see our apex, and then I'm gonna put it in our lamp to cure for 60 seconds. So now that we finished curing, all I did was clean off our nail using some alcohol to get rid of that sticky layer. And as you guys can see, our product is self-leveling, so it's nice and smooth. There's no need to go over it with our with your e-file or your hand file to smooth it out. If you want to, you can always, you know, adjust your shape accordingly, but I think our shape looks pretty good. So we're gonna go in with our gel top coat to finish off our nail. Just like that, your nail is done. We've added our top coat, and our top coat is non-wipe, so you do not need to go ahead and clean it off with alcohol. It is ready and your client will be ready to go.